So guys, I was here last week. We're in Shoreline again, which is here in Greystones. And you know, I really love showing the car park, the coldest of the car park. And then you pull in here and you'll see, whoa, look at that. Look at the amount of life that's there in the meadow. You know, it's just amazing. Here's kidney vetch, as I mentioned, your oxeye daisy. And you can see that the bumblebees are going on the kidney vetch and the clover. Kidney vetch, not so much on the oxeye daisy, you know, which is interesting. So once again, there's little Ivy, my daughter, in the background. You know, one of the reasons I'm doing all this is for our kids, putting in all this time and effort in Greystones, Delgany, and for the plan for Wicklow, to really transform how the council is doing things with nature and really bring voice to that. You know, we have a carbon plan, we do not have a biodiversity plan. It's at least not been implemented fully at all. So we have to transform things. An example here is that you take a normal building owned by the council here, or it can be a school, it can be an industrial estate, and with your banks on the side, you transform them into these nature belts. Oh, you found a foxglove. Now remember, foxgloves are poisonous, darling, so I'd rather you don't hold that one. Good girl. Put that down. Show me your flowers you got. Ooh, you got foxgloves, so put the foxgloves down, darling.
Why?
Because they have a poison in them. Good girl. The other ones you can hold on to. So what have you got there? You have forget-me-not, changing forget-me-not, oxeye daisy, clover, don't know this one, it's non-native, white clover, and that's kidney vetch. Good girl.
Put it in my basket.
Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, you know, that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about our kids seeing nature, and it really does need to be commemorated what was achieved through this plan for pollination. That is the pollinator plan that the government is supporting, but also the Biodiverse Data Centre, which is Dr. Una Fitzpatrick and Dr. Leisig, I think it is, are running that. And by activating the people, you can achieve huge things in only a space of 5 years. You know, this is happening all over the country. So imagine we did that with our forestry. You know, I was mentioning that the other day to Malcolm Noon's office. If we activate the public, you train them in with national parks, with forestry, and we have planting days en masse all across our country, weekends for planting. People turn up by the busload, helping put fencing in against deer and helping planting on a vast scale. We can turn this around within the next 4 years, because that's what I think we need to do. We need to change what we're doing in the next 4 years, so my child does not have to fix the mess that we've done, or the previous generation, that we're really trying to clean this mess up for them. They'll have enough to deal with. We have to play our part. Wow, look at this. This is beautiful. So this is the first one of these. I think it's the Burnet Rose. Here it is here. It's the first one that's come up. So I planted this a year and a half ago. Here it is here. It's an Irish rose. Let me see. Not too much of a smell. This is Speedwell here. Your buttercup. You have raspberries coming up here. There's a little ivy coming through the meadow. So many different grass types. So we have a panicel, purple panicel here. You have a white one here, look. We have a large oat one here. Look at the size of this one. We have this one here, which is turning into the panicel here. You can see it. Just amazing grasses. And here's all our berries.
Flower.
I know, don't pick it. It's the first one. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, over here we have our hawthorn planted with our apple. So I'm doing a double planting here to try and get the most out of one site. Your hawthorn is 140 species, and your apple, I'm not sure, but it's definitely not as much. Your apple flowers for 2 weeks and then it produces the apple, but it's nothing on the scale of the hawthorn. Here we have an elderbush, and that hasn't done so well. That's being eaten, but hopefully it'll come back. We have our Irish cherry here, and here we still have lady smock. You can see it here, look in the tall grass. This is lady smock here. Beautiful. It's towards the end now. It's going to seed, and your orange tip butterfly lays eggs on that.
I'm
Ooh,
grasses.
very good, Ivy. Now look here, Ivy, look. Look. You've green fly and then you black fly. Do you see how many there is?
Yeah.
So this is spindle, guys. It's a spindle tree, and obviously the black fly here really like the spindle tree. Hopefully it'll survive this. But you know, we're all about the insects here, so we're letting the insects have their say in what goes on here. We've planted willow, very important. So there's willow throughout the site. There's around 10 different willow. We have the blister beetle here, black fly, blister beetle on the dock leaf. You can see them here. There they are. And you've ants. So ants are feeding on the blister beetle, or sorry, on the black aphids. So the black aphids will release a sugar syrup and the ants feed on that. Ants are really, really important to, you know, the whole chain of insects. Let's see what's going on here. This is sheep sorrel, and we have our blister beetle living on the sheep sorrel as well.